Welcome back to Love Unfiltered. We are back with another one. I think we got some really great rave reviews on that first episode.
Man, I think we smashed it.
We did.
Killed it.
Absolutely.
Out the park, just based off of the feedback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think I kill everything, but then sometimes it don't be, man, I'm like, this one going viral. And
right.
That joint get like 5 likes. You know what I mean?
How many times did you watch it?
Maybe 6.5.
I did 7. Probably, yeah, 7. That's
you always just trying to one-up me. It's all good, though. I be letting you win most of the time
but
anyway.
It was really some good stuff. And just kind of critiquing myself and not in a sense of what I said because that flew organically, but more so probably body posture, being comfortable, lighting.
I like that. Like
all of
that little lean you got going on now.
But yeah, so that's why I asked, can we get on a more comfortable couch? So, I had to put my Uggs on, some tights on, the oversized sweatshirt.
But you bought the couch. You probably like, how you want a more comfortable couch? Get on
No, I'm talking about over there.
I understand that.
That's more about the core.
I totally get that. Oh, that's about the core. That's for the show.
Yeah. I'm running this thing.
Okay, all right.
But no, just getting back to episode 1, that was definitely
dope.
Some good stuff.
I guess we got to start there because we got so much feedback, so many comments, just so many people telling us about how much this was needed, y'all.
Absolutely.
So, I spoke a word over our family and our community, which was the year of manifestation.
Absolutely.
And we said we're going to do everything we've been thinking about doing, everything we wanted to do, and everything that we just been talking about.
Right.
So this was one of the things, and it just feels good to to see that.
It feels good for me to just sit in my house, come downstairs to my boutique, and invite you into my world.
Absolutely, I'm in your world.
No.
First of all, hold on. Let me put it like this. I want to thank you for sharing your world.
Absolutely.
With me.
You are most welcome, Lynch Hunt.
Thank you so much. The great one. Yeah. I need all my titles.
Episode 2. What we talking about today, Lynch?
Yo, we about to talk about. I want us to pick up from right where we kind of left off, but with some of the people's questions, we're going to dive in on what they were talking about, and a lot of people wanted to hear what some of the adversities that we faced in the beginning of our relationship.
That first year of marriage. Yeah. So remember, you came to North Carolina.
Yeah.
My household was established. It was me and my 2 girls. How was that for you as the head of household, the man of the house, coming into this house of just full of estrogen with all of these personalities and sheesh, I know that was a lot for you because I can recall.
Hey, how you say this? I'm anointed for this.
You patient for this?
I'm anointed for this, man. I'm talking about, the journey into the unknown is always going to be, a little terrifying, be a little petrified and stuff like that. But right. I think that honestly, this might sound corny or whatever, but I just think being on a high of love didn't allow me to experience the low vibration emotion of what I was fearing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Being so high, or intoxicated with, or infatuated with, the possibility of beginning a new life,
right.
with someone that, I had this great connection with. That was just whatever happens, it's just going to happen and we're going to deal with it together now. I ain't even got to do it by myself now. So,
right.
I just, coming in, it was just I think the biggest thing for me was, were they going to accept me?
Were they going to accept me?
Yeah, were they going to accept me? I think that was the biggest question that I had to ask myself and kind of just pummel over, time and time after again, because I didn't want to overstep boundaries or not knowing if I didn't know if Trinity had an attitude. I didn't know if Deej,
Oh, they definitely got that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I just didn't know their dispositions. I didn't know their characters, their traits or anything like that. Like I didn't know anything much about them besides like an introductory letter that I wrote when
things that I shared
yeah,
with you.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So I'm just going off of, the report that you give me, you know what I'm saying, which is nothing but black and white on paper.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So we just had to get in each other's worlds and experience each other and just build value. And figure out how to be yourself.
How was it from a financial standpoint? Because remember, that's when you were working at the Rush. And what's that number? $6.35.
Yeah, so, I don't know how many people actually know my story, but, the headline said I was the leader of an $8.3 million drug ring. We talked about last episode how, we went to Atlantic City and I lost 13,000,
Right.
and I was like,
Yeah,
if you could tell me how much I lost, I'll pay your rent. So I'm saying all that to say, basically, I was, holding a lot of money, or I had a lot of money, and I was always used to a lot of money. And to come home from prison, not have any money and have to start, just over from scratch and only have a job that paid me $6 for 30 minutes. It was tough knowing that I had to rely on you to pay all the bills in the very beginning.
How did that make you feel as a man? I know you said tough, but like, did it make you feel less than? Did it make you feel inadequate?
Nah, I mean, I knew, honestly, I knew what I was capable of. I knew what I was going to do. And I knew that, I needed to give myself enough grace to run this race. And this was going to be a marathon, B. Like, I wasn't just going to come out here overnight and just be rich all of a sudden, 6 months, a year, where, I was trying to build something from the ground up. And I'm like, I needed your support.
Right.
I needed, you to
Did I give
see
you the
that.
support that you needed?
Man, I'm telling you, if anybody wants to know how to support someone through just for a vision or when they're down, I really think they need to call you.
Oh.
They really need to call you because, you deferred in so many ways and submitted in so many ways that I don't think the reason why this needs to be told is because is because where we are now, things have flipped.
Absolutely.
So submission, and I don't want to talk too much, but submission, right? Sub is under, and mission is, that thing that somebody wants to do or is called to do or whatever, that goal or that they have, or that vision and everything, right? And to be under that means that someone has a higher goal and you believe in that and you see that and you support that. And that's what kind of submission actually means. So even though I didn't have the means to pay every bill in the house, and I'm hearing this stuff and watching this stuff online now where they're like a real man should be paying 100% of the bills and his wife shouldn't take care of nothing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And you know what I say when I hear them dudes? I say they ain't never been through nothing.
Yeah. And these days they say don't marry potential. I married potential.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. The potential only comes from the vision. So potential is untapped energy. And for you to understand that there's more energy over there, there's abundance of energy over there, there's prosperity of energy over there, and it's untapped, that means you have to actually see it. People ain't drilling for oil in a spot where they don't think it's oil at. You understand what I'm saying? Like they've done studying, they're looking, they see like this is the prime spot to actually dig for the resources and the gold and you understand what I'm saying? They ain't just digging nowhere else. We have holes everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's strategic. So the vision that's placed in you allows you to see the potential in me. And I had this joint, I actually said it this week. I was like, we need to see things as they could be or they should be, as opposed to seeing things as they are. And I was explaining to one of my classes, I was talking to somebody, I don't know who it was, but I was just saying, I got opportunity this day because my wife saw me as I should be or I could be, and not as I was. She didn't see inmate number
I remember putting a post
1228250.
up, something like that, a couple years ago.
Absolutely.
You got a great memory. That was mine. So y'all, that was not his gym. That was mine.
Yo, you can have all the credit. I don't trip on the credit. I just pay all the dues. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So for me, it was not really that hard, not being able to take care of all the bills and stuff financially, because I knew I was on a mission.
Okay.
And I knew that you supported that
Right.
wholeheartedly. So as long as your energy wasn't negative, like, man, this dude is not paying no bills, he needs this, that, and the third. Yo, I think it was one time you might have suggested or implied that, yo, you think you might need to get a part-time job or something like that. I think you said one time. And
Oh, yeah.
After our
He
conversation,
said, I ain't working for nobody.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, so I could go out here and save the world, the city of Greensboro. Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember
so
that.
after that conversation,
You
like,
turned it around, though. You turned it up.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean,
Was that when you were probably transitioning out of the rush,
Yeah,
maybe?
yup.
Yeah, it was probably something like
Yeah,
that.
so
And
I
they
didn't have
wanted
the
you to be in
security.
sales or something because you were good at talking, and yeah, we're not doing that. We're gonna build some muscle, get this money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But yeah, just the support and the reason why I'm saying submission is because a lot of women these days have a problem submitting.
Absolutely.
And that's why I said people need to maybe hit you up about, how did you submit to somebody that wasn't paying nothing?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are looking at things from a financial standpoint, and they could be missing out on the love of their lives because people have so many unrealistic standards.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, boo?
No, that's real. I mean, honestly, I always think back, like, and it's probably when I think about like how much I love you, where we came from. I think about literally the day we got married. I remember that little dress when it was asymmetrical, right?
Yeah.
But I remember that,
I thought it
and
was
I
dope.
remember before my father walking me down the aisle, I was thinking, you're about to do this. It wasn't what are you about to do, but you're about to do this and you're going to get through this. And I said a prayer, and like it was just a spirit of confidence, a spirit of love that God just kind of walked with me. Or no, he ain't walk. He did walk. He walked. Yeah, he walked with me. He led me. He was right there all the time, covering me. But honestly, real stuff. I remember we wrote our own vows, and I cried like a baby saying them because I meant them wholeheartedly. And if I ain't never know anything, I knew that was going to work out for us. And it took me back to the interview with your probation, the federal parole officer. Like, if y'all only knew. You
You
like,
about to tell them. What are you talking about?
No, I am, but it's so much. But I'm going to just.
Before you skip to that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about our wedding day.
Tough.
No, let's talk about our anniversary, the date. So our wedding anniversary
Is our
date
birthday.
is
It's
our
our love's
birthdays,
birthday.
right? So the day she was born, which was the 3rd of July, and the day I was born, which was November 23rd,
Right.
we took the day she was born, the day I was born, and we put them together and became the day we were born.
so-
Our anniversary is 3/23.
Yes.
So the day she was born, the day I was born, put them together became the day we were born,
Absolutely.
which was super dope.
Super profound.
Super profound, super divine.
And you know what's so crazy? So many people know our anniversary because I think we tell that story. Not to mention,
Yeah.
it's probably like a
Every
password
passcode,
somewhere.
yeah.
This guy, not
To the
mine. him.
iPads at the gym.
That's how they see. That's how your Facebook got hacked. 3, 2,
Man,
3.
and that's the same reason why you don't know none of your passwords and
I
none
sure
of
do.
you get locked out of every account.
Because now they got the Face ID. I be like, it's me.
Yeah. Yo, so listen, check it out. Real quick. That actually, so when that word came to me, I said, we getting married on 3/23.
Yeah.
So remember, I went to the halfway house in January. So 3/23, I was like 6 months, halfway into the 6 month,
Yeah.
halfway house stay.
'Cause-
So it was
yeah.
3 months in. So 3 months in, I go and tell my case manager that
He was
I'm like,
just so in love. He thought
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
could
yeah,
just be
yeah.
transparent with the law.
Yeah. I went to the dude. I was just like, I want to know if I can get married and all this other different type of stuff. And man, they shot that joint down with the quickness. Bop, 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 bop. They're like, nah, you ain't getting married. I'm like, bullshit. Yeah, I'm getting married. You know what I mean?
We did it.
Yeah, I didn't say nothing to them. I just still I was not going to let that day go by without us having that day.
Right.
I didn't want to get married on no other day
Right.
but 3/23. That was us. That's our day.
Yes,
You understand
yes.
what I'm saying? So
Tell them how many people or who we had at our wedding, because we were very intentional about blocking out, not just blocking out, because a lot of people who were and are important to us, we didn't invite, but for us, it was very significant for us to have the most important people us there. And it was like some Vegas elope,
yeah,
but
for sure.
locally,
Even
local
right there,
elope,
though.
right there.
I couldn't go too far. I was only on my lunch break.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know or not, but we got married on my lunch break.
Yeah.
And,
And our reception was at Ruby Tuesdays. And if you got something to say about that,
Word.
then you need to pray.
We just had love on top. It wasn't
had
even
love on
about,
top.
it wasn't
Absolutely.
about spending 50 grand,
No.
inviting 500 people.
Nope.
We literally went totally against the grain of whatever people, have in their mind, the conception, the misconception of what is supposed to be like.
Because that's only for the moment. And I just refuse to get
We ain't
somebody.
invite nobody that, you know what I mean,
My best
wasn't
friends,
super
they
team.
was literally outside of the church.
Oh, they was mad.
Like, so you didn't invite us. But they meant well, though.
Oh, they did? Yeah.
A couple of my friends was like, dang, it's like that.
Shit, your
But
family. You
I
got
made
to
it.
be everybody's overprotective of that. If you look at it from the outside looking in, is this nigga is 10 years in jail.
Yeah.
You a police officer. He don't got nothing. You got what makes you think he not gonna go back and do this, that, and the third, and you risking your career for it?
I got that.
I understood
I
it.
got that from a lot of hate. I call them haters.
You ain't gotta call
It
them
wasn't
haters.
just the friends. It was like outside people too. Like, so you going, yep,
Shoot, you got that from
Yep.
immediate family.
absolutely. Yeah, I did.
But
I
shout
did.
out to all my in loves, because they in love. with me
Gosh.
now.
My
right?
goodness.
That's
I
what I'm
could
talking
pull out
about.
that note from Dana. Remember his 40th birthday?
Absolutely.
He wrote you a whole note thanking you.
My guy.
But,
Shout out to Dana, man.
Great
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And
great
unfortunately,
stuff.
sometimes you have to, you just have to make people a believer, right?
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, we talking about vision and stuff like that, and people you can't lend everybody your vision.
No.
So people not always gonna be able to see what you see, and you just got to make them a believer.
Yeah.
By making them see it. You know what I'm saying? So they can't unsee it. You understand what I'm saying? So, but that wasn't even the dopest part of the day, or the divinest part of the day, because I never made it to Ruby Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
Did you ever make it to Ruby Tuesdays?
Yeah. I feel like I walked in.
You might have walked in.
Then
I don't even think you ever went in there. I don't think so. We never made it to our reception.
Yeah.
So remember, we got married on my lunch break. Well, guess what? Them people came to the job, man. The
They
people
sniffed
from the
it out.
halfway house came to my job because they knew I was about to do what my manager was trying to cover for me. He was like, this place is super big. He could be training somebody at the pool.
Yeah.
So they left a
He
note.
came up with any and
they
everything.
said that tell him to report back to the halfway house, come back to Philly as soon as he gets back from lunch.
Yeah.
Man,
That
here
was
I
crazy.
am with a new ring on.
We was newlyweds.
Newlyweds.
We saved ourselves too. So
did.
we had big plans.
What's crazy
Oh,
is
yeah, that's so many
people
little
don't
intricate
even
details.
know. So people don't even know I'm 10 years in prison,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we want to do this stuff right. I come home and I said, what we agreed to, that we wasn't
we agreed to abstain from sex. until
abstain from
marriage.
sex until we got married. People don't even understand how much discipline that takes for. I've been going for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm look like what I'm looking like, right?
shucks.
Right or wrong?
I shoulda known.
Right or wrong? How I was looking?
Yeah. Shizzle.
Yeah, man, the dad joint be creeping up on me sometimes. Now I be having to go on the 20 pounds in 20 days stuff.
And then be in the mirror like, look, boo,
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
my ass? I'm like, boy,
Yeah, so the people came, man. They told me to come back to Philly. Man, me and Wendy held hands all the way to Philly in the car, and she was
Yeah.
just like, "Whatever happens, boo, I'm gonna be there for you. We married now and everything." She sounded like Color Purple. I was married now.
No, for real. That's real.
Yo,
That's real.
so we went back to the halfway house, and she waited out front. I'm like, "Boo, just wait here
long
until I
was
call
that, like
and find
30
out what's
minutes?
going on." I went there. This guy chewed me out for like 30 minutes, right? So he asked me, check it out. This is what he asked me. He said, off the record, did you get married? I was like, off the record? He was like, yeah, off the record. I was like, nope. And then he let me go back on my weekend pass. So it was Friday. We was getting ready to go on a weekend pass. So we had our little
That was
honeymoon actually planned and shit,
Yeah.
right?
So it all worked out.
It worked out
To
for the
God
great.
be the glory.
Yeah, he let me go on a weekend pass. And Wendy, I was like, oh, we good, boo. Let's go.
And don't forget, I came to New Jersey for the weekend because I had to be back at work.
At GPD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, remember, we were married then, but then we were married from a distance.
Absolutely.
You were in New Jersey in the halfway house, and I'm in North Carolina.
Damn, they talking about adversity. This is a
Yeah,
struggle
that-
right here.
that was real.
This is a real struggle.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Now, you being like,
I asked you.
oh, I'm straight. I'm locked up. I mean, I'm cool. I'm just now.
I mean, but
I'm
you
not
had your
entitled.
freedom. You were working. But just knowing that you were married, you had a wife, and she's here in North Carolina. Not to mention the type of job that I had. So you had, I don't know. I'm not gonna say you had more to lose, but it was just you could have worried more than I could have.
I'm high. I'm happy.
Okay.
Like, so remember, before you even came back into the picture, I don't even have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
At 37 years old, I'm 11, 12 months to the door, and I'm like,
You could have went to
I actually had a
You had a
place,
place,
but
but yeah.
but who wants to, who 37 sleeping at his aunt's house in
Yeah.
one of the spare rooms or something like that? Yo, I ain't really like this stuff manifested, the way it's supposed to play out.
Right.
And nobody knows about how I think we talked about a little bit at that last joint where we kind of, did the affirmations together, the vision boards and stuff like that. But, that was tough. But it had to be tough on you because you literally are like sneaking at this point.
Yeah,
Like, you literally
that was the challenge for me. No, I'm gonna tell you the funniest part. So we get married. I go back home to North Carolina, and it's my court date. So when you go to court, you're in your Class A uniform, sitting around this whole bunch of officers, and now I got this ring and this blinging. So I got people like, I think it was me and Brandon on the same squad. It was somebody like Brandon, like,
what's that? Yeah.
what's that? And I was like, my wedding ring? Like, oh, I was owning that. I didn't care.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm married. They're like, when you get married?
Out of the blue.
Yeah, I ain't give them too much though. It's just like,
Yeah.
why? Because I'm from Jersey. Don't ask me too much nohow, because we ain't friends, and I ain't have a lot of friends there anyway. So they knew what to say to me. It was just like, I'm married. But the hardest part was Brandon
Yeah.
and MJ.
Oh, when you was
Because
moving,
they like,
and I wasn't there.
oh man, this guy, he had me lying. Brandon like, where he at? I'm like, his car broke down. I said you had some stupid truck.
Avalanche. Or something. I
Avalanche.
don't know. Well, you
I'm
making
gonna
up
speak
stuff.
that because that's the next car I want.
Nobody want no damn avalanche. Who the hell want a damn avalanche?
I don't know, but
Do they even
I
make that
remember
shit no more?
I had to tell some fibs to protect you.
To
protect you, not me.
Yeah. Well, I think it was to protect your image.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, I had to protect your job.
And I think also they wouldn't have understood, but in my mind, they wouldn't have understood.
Well, plus you gotta understand that, right now, being a police officer, your livelihood.
Yeah.
So this is your career.
Yeah.
So,
Bread and
this
butter.
is like, absolutely. And that you came down here to build this foundation to give your kids, a better lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you lose it because, you want to get married to somebody from jail. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
When you tell somebody that, this is just like, what type of stuff she on?
Yeah.
But in reality, if they only knew.
yeah, that's it. Being as though we had this closed off shotgun wedding where we ain't really invite nobody, if you had it to do all over again, like, would you want a big wedding? Would you want to, invite a bunch of people, or would you want to have
What
something?
if I had to do like us getting married, or kind
Yeah.
of like a vow renewal?
like a vow renewal? If you want
I think 20 years. I would love to go away, destination vow renewal. We're going to one 25 years. One of our friends who's been married for 25 years. I don't see anything wrong with that. What about you?
Yeah, as long as you said 20 years, right? Oh,
20 years.
20. Oh, that give me some time to get my coins ready.
Oh.
Yeah, I get together. I
That's
get
a
the
long
money
time.
ready.
Boy, 15.
15. All right, 15.
No,
All right,
I was playing, but
you got it.
we could do 15?
We could do 15. Yeah, we do 15.
Okay,
That
but
gives
yeah.
us 3 years.
And it's not.
We got anniversary
so,
coming up.
It's not. Well, that's
That
yeah,
gives
in a
3
couple
years.
months. We ain't ready for that one. We did too much in 2023.
We got the greatest rapper of all time. We got the empowerment version.
Yeah, we gonna renew our vows there. Darn that. Matter of fact, on the live segment for Love Unfiltered, we can do it then.
Yeah.
Nobody
Live
saying
segment,
all
you
that.
can go ahead and take a knee.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so talk about the opposite spectrum of me. I was only making $6. How did you feel like holding everything down, for probably at least a year? I started paying cell phone bill or something like that first, you know what I mean?
No, I remember that time, and it's not like it was a struggle for me. I had already been holding it down.
Doing it anyway.
My salary, I was comfortable with paying my bills. It wasn't like we were struggling or anything. So the $635 was, supplemental income for us. But having you there and I'll say me holding it down and having a husband, I never had any reservations about it. I think as stuff start picking up and you start buying like equipment, maybe that's kind of when I was like, well, you think you need to get a second job, because then I saw you making these investments into the equipment, but nothing was in play. But here all the while, you knew, what you were doing. But I think that may have been the reason. But like I said, I never had any reservations about that. And you were so systematic. You could make a bed like a hotel housekeeper.
Well, you get an infraction. If you don't make your bed when you get out of the jail, you get an infraction.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go to the solitary confinement because my bed ain't made up. So
it was little crazy stuff like you keeping the lights on. He still do that, y'all. Keeping the lights on. I'm like, yo, can you turn the lights off? He like, I had to something about counting.
I had to read the books in the dark. That's why I wear these dumbass glasses now, because I had to read in the dark. Shit.
Yeah, those little things.
I'm going to keep the lights on for as long as I want to keep them on.
Was it a thing with the chair, not pushing the chair in or something? Or
Nah, so everybody's seen pictures of it. You know what a cafeteria looked like in the grade, middle school, high school, stuff like that. Like when you get off of the seat, you don't have to push it in.
Okay.
It's just there. I got 10 years of seats don't go out and in jail. That's a weapon.
Crazy.
You can pick up a chair and bust somebody's head of it. Like, you know what I mean? So she like, can you push your chair in? I'm like, what chair? Like, what you talking about?
He still thinks he's sitting at on a bleacher.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you literally be institutionalized. But that's one of the reasons why, like, I was able to jump straight into marriage. I went from one institution to another institution. So as long as you didn't get, a lot of dudes, they want to get a bunch of stuff out their system. Where, why? You ain't smoked nothing in 10 years. You ain't fornicated exactly. Like, you might as well just do stuff right and keep doing right moving forward. A lot of people, man, they just don't get it, what this stuff is all about, man. But that was some tough stuff in the beginning, man.
It was.
Man, shout out to my daughters for, like,
they were crazy.
Nah, but honestly, I ain't get the shits from them. You did. Like, they accepted me from the rip, and it was just like what it was. And, I think they more or less maybe, might have done something that you might not have liked or something like that, or that I might have just like brushed off or rubbed off or something like that. And you
but let's be honest. Remember that I think it was an argument with Deej, and it was a comment. I can't remember, but it was something going on, and I had to like tell her like, oh no, I'm married, and she like, but I'm your daughter, and I had to like quote Bible scripture to her and let her know like, oh no, honey, this is my husband, he's the head, and just explaining that. So that was tough for me, because here I am, the matriarch of my household, holding it down for my girls, their protector, their defender, and then I get married, and I have to explain to them, okay, I'm married now, and they like, you changed. I was supposed to change.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is my husband. Yeah. So I think once I expressed that to them, and they seen it and knew what I meant, they accepted it and fell in line.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. It wasn't a lot of instances.
No, I didn't say that. I'm just saying, but
Me,
it never happened. If it never happened, it can be dramatic to somebody, and we know that
absolutely.
we gotta have them on the show so they can
Oh yeah,
come.
no, that's gonna be next. This is the
Yeah,
introduction to
yeah.
them right there. So they gotta fix their schedule
And
so
they
they
can
can
come
come on this
explain
joint.
theyself.
Yeah, for sure. Because me and Deej built our bond like super early,
Yeah.
and we'll get into this later. But you know, her first year home, you get the freshman 15. So when I came home, we moved Deej to college.
Y'all
so
was running around the
she
corner.
went right. Yeah. So we, once she got her freshman 15 or 10 or 12, whatever that is, she came home and we got that off her being a cheerleader and stuff like that. Well, to go into all that, but built that bond, just struggling together and stuff like that. Now, me and T, now that I'm home, you don't have to take a break to go pick the kids up from school and stuff like that. Now there's two parents.
You jumped right in with T. Remember you did the daddy-daughter dance and everything?
Dance, all that stuff. So I would have to pick T up from school at Brightwood and stuff like that. So if I'm home and T home, we building our rapport because we're spending time. Yeah. So we both Sages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So me and T tough. We tough with it. So yeah. Shout out to my daughters, man. I love y'all. Y'all awesome. Go ahead.
I love y'all.
Yeah. What else, boo? What else?
Well, we talked about blended family.
I think honestly, we're gonna talk about we talked about blended family a little bit, stuff like that. But I think we just need to double back on just the financial part and everything because a lot of people they want what they see other people have. I was talking to my man Off the Hook. I was talking to Off the Hook. Shout out to Off the Hook. He was just saying like, it's dope what y'all doing because a lot of people want what y'all got, but they don't know what y'all went through to actually get there. Yeah. So shout out to Off the Hook for watching one and then actually bringing that part up too. And shout out to us for keeping it real to actually show people the actual journey. You know what I'm saying? Which is super dope. But I just wanted to say that, a lot of people have these unrealistic expectations where, you're not always going to find a situation where you meet a guy and he's making all this money and he can take care of all your bills and he's just going to sweep you off your feet. You don't have to work no more, and all this other type of stuff. So some of this stuff has to be cultivated. And a lot of people don't understand that, it's only like 16% of all the black men in America make over $100,000. So and they say people who make over $100,000, it's a stat on this, that a certain amount of people who make over $100,000 are living paycheck to paycheck. So what's crazy is that it's not a lot of people out there that are financially free enough to actually sweep these women off their feet and pay all their bills like they're talking about. And there's a lot of guys acting like they're doing that. And the stats say they don't. Maybe they didn't take the survey and they need to, but I'm pulling stuff from the U.S. Census Bureau. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I just say, when you find somebody that you interested in, just take the time to court people and connect with people, and then take the time to cultivate the love that the potential love that may be between you both, because you could miss out on that looking for something that ain't even there.
Yeah.
And you got 16% of dudes
and all these standards.
Yeah, so you got these standards, you got all these stupid standards, right? And then you got, because if you would have went by standards, here I'm coming from jail. Here I ain't got what if I wanted standards like, I don't want nobody with 2 kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We would have been missed out on just such a blessed and dope and great life. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's crazy because you looking for somebody that's really not out there. You know what I'm saying? So if you got 16% of black men, right, that make over $100,000, then what's actually available? Because how many percentage of them 16 is going to be married? How many percent of them is gay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you actually looking for something that ain't even out there, and you missing out on the dude that was put, God sent you this dude, and because he wasn't 6'1", you ain't rock with him. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I know a lot of females like that, and they are single.
Super single.
Super single. Super saved and single. Lord forgive me. I ain't mean no harm, but I'm gonna be real now.
It's love unfiltered.
Y'all gonna have to
unfiltered.
Y'all gonna have to release some things.
Yeah. I gotta let it go.
But so this is probably a really great topic to talk about. So here I am living in North Carolina because I had been here for 5 years. You came in 2012. I moved here 2007. So of course I'm here and making my waves here in North Carolina, not only just at work, but I remember when you started working at the Rush. I remember having a conversation with you and just telling you that, you know, if there's anything you need to tell me about, like a female, somebody coming on to you at work or something, let me know. Don't ever have me looking stupid. And I gave you the same respect. And I remember one time we were in Home Depot and it was this guy I had went to the movies with. It was no intimacy or anything like that, but the type of cat he was just so corny that in his mind, we went together. And me and you in Home Depot, and that's when you had started being known around the town, and he come up to you, giving you a handshake. And before I could see him coming, I wanted to let you know, like, oh, this is somebody I want to date, but I couldn't. But he all like Joe, like, yo, my man. So I'm like, soon as we walked away, yeah, boo, went on a date with that one. But I had to do that because, one, I wouldn't want that done to me. Two, this is my husband, and I protect his love. I protect his feelings. So nobody's gonna play him, especially not no lame. And me knowing that there was nothing there, but that was something that, you know, when I was single and in relationships, when you just didn't know, and girls could smile up in your face and you looking stupid the whole time. I didn't like that for myself, so I didn't want to, you know, make you go through that. And then you having the gym and bringing it home to our house. Suppose that man would have been like, oh, I want to start training, and then here this guy up in our house. He ain't never come to the house. Mind you, we didn't have that. I didn't have that house then, but just little intricate things like that. Like, you have to be real. You got to keep it real and let that person, let your spouse, your mate, your partner, let them know, because if you don't, you're violating. Why not be open and just keeping it real? I think that worked for us. Because my own mom was like, how can you allow him to train to have all these women coming in and out your house? And I'm like, they ain't coming. I mean, yeah, they are coming to a part of the house. And the only time they really came inside my dwelling was to use the bathroom. But I knew that you protected our love and that you wouldn't let anybody violate, you know, what we had.
Right.
But for me, I'm funny acting anyway.
Super funny acting.
Like having people over. So that was like real. That was love. I was on the high too, huh?
That was submission. Yeah, that was submission too. You know what I mean? Which is dope. I had a mission. You know, now we were transitioning out of, so investing in equipment was so that I could actually make more money doing personal training, not under their thumb.
Yeah. That's right.
Asking you, could we turn the garage into a gym was another act of submission, you being able to see the vision and go under that as well.
Right.
So, you know, I presented it pretty cool. I was just like, yo, this is square footage of the house that's not making us any money. What if I turned it into a spot where we could actually make money? It made sense, right?
Yeah,
because then we turned around and we did the same thing with the basement of our house now. It was square footage of our house that we like, yo, this could be actually making money. And every square foot of this house, we got offices that make money. We got, you know what I mean? Like everything. So, you know, that was super dope. But I appreciate the mutual respect. You know, one of the key, you know, factors of relationships or meaningful relationships is mutual respect. And, you know, if you can't, you know, respect each other's boundaries and opinions and, you know, just the choices of other people, then that mutual respect won't be there. So, you know, just out there, if you're taking notes or if you know, just trying to figure out, you know, what you have to do to kind of keep things tight, you know, mutual respect is one of the things. And of course, trust, right?
Communication, absolutely. Keeping it real.
Absolutely.
Keeping it real.
Yes. And we had already cultivated the ability to communicate with each other. So that wasn't never our thing. Then coming home, waiting to be intimate, you know, being tested or, you know, or with whatever, with the long distance and stuff like that, that allowed us to trust each other. So, you know, there was things that, you know, that we was checking every box when it came to, you know, the dynamics of a meaningful relationship. We checked the trust box. We checked the integrity box. We checked the communication box. We checked the mutual respect box. So knowing that, just doing these things is just like, yo, this the one, or we got something that is going to be able to stand the test of time because we're checking every single box that we need to, and look how it all comes full circle. I can't really wait to talk about the full circle element, either not the next episode or the following one, because if we bring the girls on the next episode, then we'll go, the one after that and just talk about the full circle mode, how everything, kind of flipped to this one. But I think we did. I think we gave them enough for the day. What you think?
I think so. And for our viewers, you see us on YouTube. There is a comment section. If there are certain topics or questions that you have for us, feel free to fill in those blanks and ask us, and we'd love to just give you some more about the life of the Hunts.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And how we made it and how we continue to make it.
That's right, and how we do it gracefully.
Gracefully.
I'm talking about,
I'll be wanting to take your head off sometime.
Yes, absolutely. What you think I'm gonna do while you trying to take my head off? Huh? You think I'm gonna just be sitting there, let you take my head off, let you swing on me and do all that type of stuff, man? It's not gonna happen
but
like that.
Y'all know, y'all already know.
Y'all know. I'm training close quarter combat.
People do.
Yeah, I'm the roughest light skinned dude you ever gonna meet.
Yeah, about that.
Hey, check it out, y'all. Look, we gonna need y'all to like, subscribe, to share, to make those comments, because we know that we got something special. Plus, y'all told us, right?
Yeah.
And we want to get this in the algorithm, so we need y'all doing everything on your part.
Everything.
It don't cost you nothing. My man Rod said, all you got to do is hit the button, type a couple words, a little bit more than them 2-3 emojis y'all be putting on the joint, man, and just let us know that you really real, because real recognize real, and everybody that's real done told us how real the show was.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you ain't told us yet, I need you to check your realness, because it's real love. I'm searching for. You forgot the words?
No.
Someone. What's in the cup today?
Water and cucumber
water. No, we gotta let the people know. You gotta let them know. You turned it around.
I gotta let them know. Why you on my cup?
Because the cup was in the last episode.
No, that was a wine glass.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't sip then. I'm drinking. I'm trying to stay hydrated.
Okay.
I gained a couple pounds.
Hydrated.
Oh, gosh. Now, you know what? Stop playing with me.
What you got going on this week?
Nothing. Work. I'm trying to lose these Christmas holiday pounds.
Yeah, because you done took you've been on a world tour.
No.
You've been to Colorado.
That don't have nothing to do with
You've
pounds.
been Orlando. What do you mean it don't? You've been out of town.
Pounds.
You've been to Colorado. You've been to Orlando. You've been to Jersey.
Why are you in my business?
You're going to New York.
Why you in my business?
In less than 22 days. What the heck?
Yeah, well,
Jesus.
I mean, I got things to do.
All right. Don't forget the Love Unfiltered.
Listen, I'm back. Y'all see, I got my sweats on. I had to wash my hair. I got stuff to do. And let me tell you something.
Yo, wait till I go on my 5-city tour in 22 days, y'all.
I wear hats because, one, these workouts, I literally was drenched in sweat, and we had to shoot today. I came home, washed, blow dry my hair. I pinned this thing up like a nun and put this cap on, put some makeup on just to try to make it work. But we have a treat for y'all too. So as you know, my empowerment weekend is March 8th through 9th. The anniversary reception is March 8th at Jake's Diner, 8 p.m. That flyer should be here ASAP. But the other flyer for March 9th for the brunch is out. But we are going to treat you all to a live segment of Love Unfiltered.
Hey,
that's going to be so dope.
Yes, that just unfolded in the last, I don't know.
And this guy shows off in front of company. So
that's what I do.
Make sure y'all are in the building.
I'm Big Tootie.
For real.
Tootie show off in front of company. Tootie's a trip.
I wonder where she get it from.
Oh, I already know. I'm Big Tootie. Yeah. She get it, honestly.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But she also a star, too. Wonder where she get it from.
From me.
Yeah, you can't take all the credit now.
Yeah, that's my baby. But no, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Tell your friend to tell a friend. Send it to your mom. Listen, I sent it to my mom and my dad. I sent it to everybody. Guess what my dad said? I need you to connect with the camera more. So, Dad, am I connecting?
Hey, shout out to Pop, man. Yo, I love you, Pop, man. I love the fact that when my Pop passed away, Pop became the guy that I can have those authentic conversations with, man. And just,
He ain't like you in the beginning, though.
Yeah, that's all good. Everybody love me now. You know what I mean? It's all good. I'll be working on people, man. It's pretty dope, man.
Yeah.
Nobody really likes me in the beginning. You know what I mean? But it's all good.
Yes.
Yeah. You love me.
I love you
Yeah,
to
yeah.
death, child.
Did you like me in the beginning?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Why would you have
I
to
had
think about it? Why did you have to do all that?
No, it was really like for you.
When
Like,
they
why
teach
would
you
you
in
ask
those,
me some stupid
in those
stuff like that?
interrogations and all that stuff, when your eyes go up and to the left, aren't
Yeah,
you like
you being
going to your,
deceptive.
yeah,
But,
see?
yeah, listen.
See? Oh, they went to the right that time, so
Listen,
you might have
and
been,
I just want to take this time to just a moment of silence for my former Sergeant Dale Nix, who was killed last Saturday. Just sad, man.
Yeah.
Just truly sad. A great man of great character. He loved his job. He loved the community that he served. He was my sergeant for 5 years when I worked in Family Victims Unit at Greensboro Police Department. And to the family of Sergeant Nix, my prayers are with you. To GPD, our prayers are with you. It just saddens my heart, but a great man, senseless act of violence, over $83. Like, we got to do better. We got to do better. And I just wanted to say that.
Absolutely. And, you know, a lot of people don't know, you know, behind the scenes, you know, we connected to a lot of blue. And, you know, those are the days that you gotta check on your brothers, you gotta check on your family, you know, because you had a hard night sleeping. And
Yeah, that first night.
it was, you know, and you are a year removed,
A year and a
some
half.
change, a
Yeah,
year and a half
June
removed.
1st was my.
Yeah, it was when you resigned, and
Yeah.
you know it's got to be tough on people who are, you know, right there, you know, alongside
In the
of them
thick
every
of it,
single,
yeah.
every single day.
Like
So,
my old squad, I called and checked on them, and that joy that I get when I would hear that person's voice, it was just, you can just hear the despair. And man, I can't even imagine being in that office and, you know, having to walk past his office and not see
Yeah,
his face,
absolutely.
not see his smile. He had one of the best beards other than yours, boo.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I always would just tell him, like, you got the best beard, Sarge. So when they allowed the officers to grow their beards out, Sergeant Nix had the best beard. Great guy, like I said, but
yeah, and he always accepted me every time I came around. It was
Very
always
nice. Yeah, friendly.
very, very friendly. And
absolutely.
Nice. Yeah. You want to cover anything else before we go?
No, just to, and it's not just my friends that I have, but just keep your head on a swivel. Like, we live in a world today that you cannot correct these young people, not just young people, but be mindful of your interactions with people. Like, if anything, pray for them. And I know that sometimes I could be a ticking time bomb, but if that was not a wake-up call for me, like, think about your approach. Sometimes, you know, you have to do things different. And I'm sure if he knew for 1 minute that going to approach that car, that would be the last time he took a breath or had any encounters, I'm sure that he would have did things differently. But just be assertive, keep your head on a swivel, be safe. Be covered and just make sure you're ready, because we don't know the day nor the hour. So make sure that you're ready.
Absolutely.
Live a life of being ready, not make sure you're ready, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, y'all, be blessed, and we will see you all. We hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Peace.